Hello again, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio, and you're looking at my containers. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm glad that the camera lens isn't steaming up, and I got rained out hard this afternoon. You're gonna have to pardon me if it's a little darker than you'd like it to be, because I don't have lighting, and I need to make escape at least once. Where are my glasses? Uh-oh. Please don't tell me I left them in the house. Oh well, it'll be escape without glasses. In any case, so I'm gonna do a land and a sky, and expect the possibility is that I will be able to use it as a background for a project I have that I expect to be able to have in a show in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see how that works. That's not coming out really well. Ooh, it's coming out the side really well. Never mind. So let me keep looking for the colors I want. If you hear fireworks in the background, it's because everybody's finally come back out of their house after being almost killed by lightning. No, wait, that was me. I was out here like way too long. So I'm going to try and guesstimate the same amount of paint in both of my containers, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to work. That is the gold mica powder mix gold, because it got so cold out here that I actually went ahead and changed into dry clothes. So I had this idea that I want to start my sky. Really? It's not enough, I can't see anything? I'm going to be creating in the dark. Hey hon, can you hear me?
What?
Can you look for my glasses in the house, the gold ones on the table?
Yeah.
There, my assistant will maybe help me out. I'm going to give that a bunch of the gold from Anita's. Excuse me, that's not gold, that's white from Anita's, and I believe that that is a metallic that I often refer to as pearl. And I will just be dumping things across. Where's the blue I want? How about I use a different blue than the... Nope, I found it. It's over here. Oh, that's purple. Okay, well, I was planning on using some purple anyway. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that sky. It may or may not become something more sunsetty. I'm thinking about, you know, if I'm just going to do stage one of this right now, then it's not going to matter so much if I come back and lay another layer on top tomorrow. Thank you, darling. I am recording. Those will work. I need the gold ones. You didn't find them, huh?
No.
Okay. I found them. Thank you, though. Love you. All right, you guys. I'm almost ready. I got water on everything. Everything has water on it. Wow. All right, so I'm going to put these aside for a second. Where am I going to put that? I don't have any room. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I'm going to use some white paint and a 16 by 20 inch canvas. And somebody's definitely got the firecrackers out there. All right, where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Now, I don't usually spread the white paint. That can go away. But I'm going to do it this time to facilitate time. This is my Oxo omelet turning spatula that most of the time makes seeing anything that might be anything anomalous, I like to say, in the paint easy to find. I would love to stop leaving stuff in my way. It's a little different right now because everything is so wet. Like totally wet. Now, I've got glasses so I can actually see the difference between white canvas, but it is getting a little dark, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully the white canvas will help that. I'm not worried about the center section, although having said that, I am going to lead a little bit over on the edge. Now the last time I did this, my dustpan was too wide to go this way. Whoops, so it went that way. So I guess I'm just going to do that again and see what happens. And I'm going to use a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And I'm going to scrape most of what's in my dustpan out. And if I see that I want a color that I don't have a lot of, like the gold looks like it's really missing, it won't dry right now. I know it won't because everything is so wet. That's the nice thing about it getting cooler and less dry. Alright, so here goes nothing. Same thing up here. I'm going to try not to meet those again this time. And I'm going to use my spatula again and take out any extra paint for right now, which is headed for the edge. Let me get that out of the way. I'm going to use an edge catcher. Try not to have any paint in the way. And no matter how much I might happen to like my edge catcher, I'm going to use it to pour paint. First, is it wide enough? I'm going to go back and forth a few times. I'm going to get that so it's more or less in position. So I'm going to see if I can't spread that back and forth, and I will. It's not beyond me to use a large spatula. And I don't seem to mind tipping it back and forth, especially when I see stuff in there that needs to come out. Come out thing. That's a bubble. I said I wanted some gold in there, so gold in there is what I'm going to give myself. Do I want anything else up at the top? I think I might. Alright, so I still haven't tipped anything onto the edge catcher, which is okay. My temptation is to tip it down toward the bottom, but I don't think I'm too worried about that right now. I'm going to let that pool. It's a big risk, but it's worth it most of the time. I let it pool and let it flow back. I'm going to rock that edge catcher. I'm also going to go ahead and take the paint off. Right off that edge catcher and use it on that edge. And let that spatula run right along the top. Of the canvas. And then my finger, because I have all that extra paint on my tile right now. And I have some of the land color at the bottom that's not doing too badly. And I have to decide what's going to happen with this. Because obviously the land and the sky are looking a little different from each other. And also I think that I want to do what I said I wasn't prepared to do when I said it, which was tip everything that's flowing down there and rock that edge catcher to cover that. And I'm still tipping the land and the sky. And I'm going to do it upside down this time, which is kind of cool for you guys because you can see that. I have a relatively clean spatula with some white on there, and I really just want to see what happens if I give myself permission to come over from here and then use that paint, because I expect I'll probably find a clean edge catcher in a minute. If I cover my edge now, when I tip again in that direction, then I'll get the random, there we go, then I will get the random cell pops or patterning that I'm looking for on the edge to make it cohesive. I'm throwing that spatula in the bucket. I may have to pull it out and wipe it off again. Yeah, you know what? I've never been more right. I'm going to wipe that off. I got big gloppy paint stuck to it. Alright, fortunately I have a clean dry t-shirt on. And I'm going to take this paint on this edge catcher, all of it, and use it. Because I don't see any reason to waste it, to be honest with you. And also, once that's clean off that edge catcher, then I can use that edge catcher again, which is okay with me. All that paint. Wipe it off again so it's handy, because I might actually want it in a moment. And do what I've been doing. Canvas is heavier than usual with paint. I'm going to rest it right on there. I'm going to put one thumbprint on the side. I'm going to try and get it even. I'm not going to worry about what's flowing toward it. Am I? Not much. I'm going to try and keep it from falling through. It seems to make kind of a seal. I'm going to let it all flow down and pool again. That includes the sky. Oh, I want to blow on it. I want a studio assistant. I could just leave that there, honestly, instead of throwing it back, but I kind of like the idea of throwing it back. I don't know how far I want to throw it back. I like the different layers that it adds, especially to the sky right now, which is awesome. I think I'm just going to keep going right across, right after I get that thing out of there. All right, it's time for me to have a look. What kind of animal am I going to have running across the top of this? Oh, that's neat. We got a little cloud bank in there. That's neat. I like that. And why are you trying to undo it? I don't know. I gotta remember how much I like white in the sky. As she tries to eradicate some more of it right in front of us. There are so many textures in skies that it's great. I really would like to find not my bamboo skewer as much as my straw, but this is what I'm coming up with. And since there's some white in there and I can expose it, I think I will. And because the paint is so wet and not drying really fast anymore because it's not hot today anymore, I can do whatever I want. But really what I want is that straw, and I know it was right here. Son of a gun. You know what I'm going to do? I bet somebody knows. I'm going to use my breath. Maybe one more time. Maybe until I like it as much as I want to. You know what? That's still pretty cool. I'm going to wipe off my little Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And keep wiping it off. This looks like a little inlet over here or something. I'm not sure what that is. I am sure that I'm going to have to remember to cover where I just stuck my finger. Alright, that's cool as the top of my hillside because all kinds of cool cells are popping as I add layers. And then I get to use the paint that's left below on my edge. And I had some in a dustpan, but I think I disposed of it into the bucket. So I'm glad that there's still some available to me to cover the uncovered areas. And I think everything is covered. I really like this little mountain up there. And I like the streaks too. Streaks in the sky are making me happy. I think a straw would be very handy. Since I don't have one, I'm just going to play and have a good time. I tell you guys, we aren't that far from being done, so if you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up. It tells the YouTube algorithm that you like what I do, and then it gives me better placement for my videos on YouTube, which in turn makes me want to make more videos for you guys, so you have a chance to see them every day, like I like to post them when I can be productive. I am trying to find a way to pay for a concrete slab, which is too much money, underneath my work area because I have no indoor space and I am pretty much for all intents and purposes stuck with outdoor space. I like that white there and I've got some to add. I'm just having an abstract blast in the sky right now. I could add any color I want in there and do anything I want, and I think what's going to happen in a second is that I'm going to torch. I'm not sure that white is what I really want there or what to do about it, but I just keep making more, so maybe we have some ocean waves coming up on the bottom on the beach. I've got a lot of paint right there. There we go. I'm getting somewhere now. Probably more paint than I need. But being that I'm picking it up and I can use it, I'm not sure what all these sort of constructs are doing up here. But I am going to keep trying to make them feel like they're bits of land or something. I have some great cells. Sometimes I think that has a lot to do with the amount of white. There's the finger painting I've been threatening. And here's me wiping off my spatula and using the dark paint that's on it. I really want to use some chain. You know what? I'm going to use some chain. It's because I can. The same name as my book on the Amazon link right below Show More. Yes, that's fun. And I did set a timer, but I only have like 33 seconds left, so I'll have 2 minutes after that to tell you guys that I do sell my artwork, and I do give classes in Spring Hill. If you want a class, just let me know. And I think that makes a good what? I'm not sure what. I am going to use a loop of chain. Pull that right over there. See what that looks like to me. Alright, I've got 2 minutes. I'm not sure, but I like all of this. That purple, that looks too much like canvas, so I'm going to stick my finger in there and cover it up. Quite a bit of paint on here. I use GAC 800 religiously in every acrylic color that I mix, so that when my paint is thick like this, I can let it dry and be sure that I will not have cracks. I don't always use white underneath as a layer for sliding or flowing or as a catalyst, and I may not again. Really? I think it got wet. I've never seen it come out orange before. In any case, we got some great marks in the sky and terrific texture in the land, and there's no silicone in any of my paint, but there is GAC 800, 2 parts GAC 800 by Golden to 8 parts paint, and then I double the mixture with a half and half recipe of Floetrol and Deco Art pouring medium. And I just got to figure out what kind of animal I'm going to stick in this, if I'm going to stick any animal in it at all. It may not happen, because I like it just the way it is. I've got a plan for a whole lot more of these, but that's too much fun to do anything else to, and so I'm good for today, and maybe I'll give myself a chance, even though it's dark, to do another. I'm going to take off the extra paint off the bottom and say, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio, asking you to wait till the end screens. If you want to contribute to support the studio, you'll get included in this month's contest and see the exhibition of 10 by 10s during July for the July 28th drawing. And if you give me a thumbs up, that's great. Oh yeah, and if you buy a painting this month, you're also included in the drawing, which probably is going to be a rule from now on. The last 20 seconds of this video on the end screens, you will also find, there we go, you will also find over 725 videos actually. Paint will heal paint. I don't think that scar will stay there, but I'm also not interested in taking that chance. I could kind of take some black or some Prussian blue paint and put it in here. This looks like a rocky shoreline with a lagoon in there, and I'm pretty happy with all this. I'm pretty happy with you guys too. There's over 71,000 of you, and you leave me wonderful comments all the time. And I appreciate you very much. You cheer me up, you make my day, and thank you so much for being here. The longer you watch a video, the more likely I am to continue being able to bring you more videos. So watch a few commercials once in a while, and if you watch like 20 minutes of a 20-minute video, it helps me out immensely. But you might have to go do the dishes while the commercials are on or something. Anyway, naughty me. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.